Brad, we'll do the unboxing in a second. Let us get started. Like, say hi to
Started, buddy.
people.
Smiling Bear's already here.
Yeah,
What's up, Kevin?
we should be live.
Oh,
So, what's up, everybody? Smiling Bear. Anyone else that's in here? Um, just got back from the Tamaya Nationals. No.
Yeah.
For anyone that doesn't know, we told Brad for a week and a half that I was going to the Tamaya Nationals. He was really excited to talk about it tonight. Then somebody, I'm not going to say who, kind of blew it.
Javier.
Yeah,
jackass.
begins with an H.
Yeah, dumbass. I mean, sorry.
Damn it.
I thought Brad would know that I wasn't at the Tamaya Nationals when I sent him a video from ExoCage and it specifically said iOS BBX run. But he was so excited about the BBXs that he got to see an hour and 10 minutes of BBXs running in the dirt
Wow.
that he didn't even notice that it said that, which all in good fun for Brad. He loves Tamaya and the BBX race was awesome.
it was crazy.
It was. It,
You had
it
12
was
people
definitely
there.
crazy.
You had 12 people on that small track.
Yep.
Yeah.
And honestly, the only thing that broke Brad was Joe's pinion slipped. I had a screw crumb loose from my servo horn to the tie rod arm, the steering arm. And I didn't glue my tires, so my tires were coming loose. I mean, for all that running and everything we were doing, for that to be the only issue, that's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Shows reliability of that vehicle.
Yeah. Brad is waiting for everybody, the tens and tens of people to come in for his unboxing. He is very excited for that. He's like chomping at the bit. He had his camera ready to go.
I
We're
could
going to
wait.
start the show with unboxing.
I could wait 10 minutes if you'd like me to.
Well, it's more people to see what you're wanting to do, Brad.
Okay.
It's not about me.
Let a few people jump in.
So I've been recording building this, but like I'm at the point where I can finish it live and then just do what I did because I was up to this point. I got the HTV10. I'll switch cameras.
Nice.
Um, Spotlight. So this is from H-Tech. I've been talking about this, Kurt, how long? 5 months
Yeah. Wow.
about wanting to get one of these. Tried to talk Kurt into getting one, but he's, he hasn't done it yet.
Yeah.
Do you have a?
Oh, so-
I don't have Josh money.
Are you going to attach a servo to the steering wheel?
No, I'm not that worried about it, Brad. And you're still putting a lot of stuff in a small space in here. But this is all machined aluminum. It's for the VRD. You can use portals or straight axles. So far, the machining has been excellent.
Incredible.
Like you can see
Wow.
tiny machining lines there. What's up, Dwayne?
Oh, snap.
He's alive.
Awesome. Very happy to see Wayne.
Hey guys, how's it going?
What's
Good
up,
to see you,
brother.
my brother.
Good, buddy.
But yeah,
Very
this
happy to
thing,
see you.
this thing has been like fun to build and it's super simple.
Mhm.
The only thing you gotta figure out is like if you're gonna run the interior, there's two pieces on the side here. Those aluminum pieces right there. You have to hook all that to the interior and then drop it on, kind of like a Capra. If you've ever built a Capra, you gotta
Okay.
put your chassis together underneath and then slide it in.
Nice.
Once I figured out that's how it goes, I was able to put this because this is kind of neat. Like this is the cover for your electronics or battery. It pops up, folds out of the way.
Okay.
That's
And
slick.
then
What figure are you gonna put in it when you use it?
I don't know. I
Uh,
haven't figured out a size yet for it, Brad. But yeah,
It,
Small,
it,
small
it would
Brad.
be a shame not to use that nice seat.
I plan on putting someone in there, Brad. Um, but yeah, and then H Tech included this as like it says a free gift in the package.
Nice.
So this is what I've been working on, and I'm gonna try and have it on tires tonight. I don't think I'm that far away. So welcome in, Dwayne.
Thank you.
What's
Good to
going
see you,
on,
brother.
Dwayne?
Good to see you, brother.
Thanks, guys. All good. How's things?
Good.
Awesome, man. I really like that chat. That cage is awesome, bro.
It is,
All right.
and like so far, everything has been just plug and play. Like the machine parts just slide in where they're supposed to, the screws go
Yeah,
in. I had
yeah.
one tiny little burr in a thread and it literally was in then back out. And
Okay.
everything has been super nice. Like I did
You
the flip for the gear for the mullet.
okay?
I bought that kit because I told like when me and Kurt were talking about it, I said when that mullet kit comes back in the flip, I'm ordering the cage.
Gotcha.
Well, it came in and I'm like, well, I gotta get the
I
whole
gotta.
thing now.
Do you order the panels? You order those panels? You order panels with it? I saw the black
Yes.
panels on the front. The
It
metal panels.
is charcoal or
Okay.
it's their gray.
Oh, nice. Oh, yes, yes. Nice, nice. Gonna look cool. And they have different colors on the cage that you can order,
Yes.
right? From
And you
them.
can order custom. It just takes a couple more weeks. It's $100 more. Like you
Okay.
can get
Okay.
this cage anodized in all different colors. You can get the panels anodized in um all different colors. Like they Pezza, the founder of the Pezza Nationals,
Yeah,
um
yeah.
he his is a bronze and a rose gold. We saw it at Beats Creek last year, right, Dennis?
Yeah, yeah, that
Um,
that truck's beautiful.
yeah, it is a gorgeous truck. But I plan on running these BBW wheels, the Battleborn, with the um BFGs. So I thought,
Okay.
man, this would look good with that gray. I was looking at a red, the maroon red or the blue, and I'm like, I don't see many of the gray ones, so I'm gonna try that.
We want,
What's up? What's up, Wee One?
Hey
Welcome,
Josh,
welcome.
Yes, Keith.
you mind if I do some drawing on your channel?
Oh, I never mind that, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I forgot the glue at my house, so I couldn't do what I wanted to do. So, all
You're good, man.
right,
eh,
thanks.
I have a question in behalf of Kurt and myself, right? Do they sell these cages in Amazon?
No,
Oh, we
but
can get it.
hey, hey, Josh, have you gotten anything for your trucks from Knight Customs?
I have the Terrabug kit for the optics are
But
all Night Customs.
right, right. That one looks nice.
Dennis,
The
you
new
got
one.
yours, right?
Yeah, let me grab.
All right, the
Sorry if I
ones you
made you
guys
get up,
did
old man.
last year. Yes, yes. I heard some bones cracking as he was getting up.
Knight Customs is making some really interesting scale stuff.
Oh, they always
Yes.
do. They do
They,
awesome job with that.
yeah, here, I'll
Oh,
spotlight
yes.
you, Dennis.
I remember that last year from last year. Yeah, beautiful.
This is their Terrabug body set that Josh printed out for us,
Mm-hmm.
like customs.
Well, that was a Knight Customs, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, and
the
it comes with,
motor and all that. And the cool thing with the Night Customs, it comes with all the G code. So it's not like the old Cura days, which Dwayne can tell you G code was horrible back then.
Sure
He printed
was.
a lot more than I did.
Yeah.
So it orientates it on the plate, like the best possible printing stuff.
Okay.
So you import the G code, you import the files, and it orientates it and does all your infills, and you just hit print.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's cool.
That's
And they
awesome.
just
Definitely.
they just released that Willie's Jeep looking thing, but it's not a Jeep.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
and they are selling it if you don't want to print it through A-Man.
Are they? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think the file was $25 or something. I was looking at it.
Yeah,
I like the one without the hole in the hood, you know.
yeah.
Queenie,
Yeah, that one looks good.
Yeah.
What's up, Queenie? What was that
Queenie,
thing called? The something Terra.
yeah,
Oh, oh my God.
The Terra Extreme, is that what it was? Uh-oh, Dwayne, what you working on, buddy?
I got the sledge all redone.
Oh,
snap.
wow.
Nice,
Is that the
nice.
new chassis?
New
Ooh, pretty.
chassis, the M2C motor mount.
Nice.
We're all ready to roll.
Nice, brother. Nice, nice.
It's coming. It's coming.
how long did it take you to go get all that stuff? I thought it took you a while.
I've had the parts for quite a while. I just finally got the inspiration to start it.
Amen, brother.
Yeah,
Right.
started it last night and got her done today.
Are that's the regular bumper it comes with? It looks like what's the RPM bumper?
RPM. Yeah, that's the RPM bumper.
Nice, nice.
Look at that Javi being the Traxxas guy.
Bro, hey, I got that's how it started with Bashers, and that was my way to upgrade RPM parts, A-arms and all that stuff.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
motor in ESC you sent me is done 129 mile an hour.
Yeah,
Hey,
RPM.
Josh, I hear Relarlo's making tools for the hobby.
I have not been following the Relarlo stuff, Brad, so you saying that, it's very possible.
So
Um,
the
Not a
new
bad
Night
thing to
Custom-
do.
the new Night Customs body kit is the Terra Recon,
Terra Recon.
Recon. Yeah, yes, yes.
and there's 3 versions of it.
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 versions of the panels and 3 versions of the hood, right, Dennis?
Yes,
There's the motor under the front that's hidden,
then the motor that
there's
comes through it,
and then the
just a big
then the flat hood. The cowl is the hidden because I don't think you can fit the motor without the
I'm sorry, you're right.
cowl.
Yes, just the flat hood.
You've
I mean,
got a rear.
The
Hey,
only
Kurt.
thing that I am gonna ask
Kurt.
for, Josh, is
Can you see that? See
the-
that bend?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy? Right there. Right at the motor mount.
The motor mount?
That's the only place that chassis is bent.
That's crazy.
But it's enough to keep messing up your pinion. That's what happened,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I kept blowing pinion and spur gears.
That's a stock one?
That is a stock one. I put a stock one back on, but I used the M2C motor mount.
Right. Nice.
Way better motor mount. This was the Traxxas motor mount. Cheap little frickin'
Yeah, that was,
hot metal crap.
everybody had issues with that.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm sure I'm gonna bend it again, but at least with the M2C, I'm not gonna lose my mesh.
Yeah.
So I can beat it, and then I'll just put an M2C chassis on it.
Josh, the only thing I am asking for is just another set of headers for this. I
The
lost
headers
one-
themselves.
Yeah,
Okay.
I lost one at the Gauntlet when we were running in the back.
For Monday.
What's up, Raymond? Yeah.
Did you put Ramonde is here? Yep. Every time. What's up, buddy? Yeah, I'll print you a header, Dennis. Just remind me, I am printing some, Boogeyman parts.
Yeah, no big hurry. I mean, it could run with one header and
I may, no, I mean, I'll get it done like this weekend probably. I may have to ask for Dwayne's specialty.
What do you need?
The Boogeyman bed has a bend in it and it wants to print standing up. I'm gonna print another one and I'm hoping it was just because I switched to the 0.6 nozzle because I exploded the 0.4.
Ouch.
Can you print it on its side?
It has um
Got a lip on both sides.
It's got a lip.
yeah. And I've tried doing it at an angle and I've knocked it over twice. I don't know what's going on. Again, I think a lot of these problems are with the 0.6 trying to,
Rush the filament out, right?
yes.
Oh, you're using a 0.6?
I broke the
Yeah.
0.4. So I had two beds and they were angled, but I think the support was too narrow.
Narrow.
And when the bed was, just that little bit of vibration broke the tree because it was only coming up to a single point. And when that happened, the filament had nothing to grab. And it was PETG carbon fiber.
Yeah.
And it just kept pushing into the nozzle until it went boop and shot the
Boop.
nozzle in half.
That's crazy. No.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I came
Wow.
home and it's like 100%. And I look in and I'm like, that's straight filament coming out. That is not melted filament. And then I'm like,
Wow.
where's the nozzle? And I'm like, oh, it's hanging here to the side. And the printer didn't make an error because the way it separated, none
Yeah.
of the wires even came loose. It just blew the nozzle head
It
off.
just blew the nozzle head off. Yeah.
I was like,
Great.
that's impressive.
That is impressive. I've never seen that happen.
Take a picture. You should take a picture of it.
It's still over there, I think. I can take
That's
a
why
picture.
I always have extra nozzles just because.
Well, I meant to order one because that was my spare that broke.
Wait,
Oh, yeah.
wait, time out. You don't have spares just because you have to have one, because you're a hoarder.
Because you're a
Well-
hoarder. He called you a hoarder again.
They were sold out.
Welcome
Dwayne,
back, Dwayne.
how many
Josh, I
nozzles
didn't
you
know-
have?
Josh, are you hoarding now too?
Yes, he's a hoarder too.
'Cause I
Now,
know Kurt's not talking to me.
When we order stuff from Bamboo is out of stock, we gotta email Dwayne, make sure. Hey Dwayne, you make sure. Can you share a couple of nozzles, please?
Hey,
Yeah.
they're out of anvil bodies again. I know where to get one.
Lord,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still have 3 sitting on the shelf. Yep.
you see?
Three anvils.
Dwayne was just ahead of the curve, knowing
Already.
that these things would be in high demand.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
being proactive.
What would I do if I staple? Yeah, or it's a little bit of compulsive buying. I don't know.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I've been doing anything RC, so
Well,
kind of
welcome
feels
back.
good to get back to it.
Welcome
you,
back,
brother.
brother. We're glad to have you back.
Good.
Definitely, man.
Feels good to get back to it today. And I actually got the G11P out.
Oh, nice.
I've got the Mojave on it, the 4S. I've got the Outcast 4S
Nice.
on it. I got the Sledge on it now. And that gyro is freaking awesome. That
So-
radio is easy to set up.
Right
So
on.
that means we
So
got
it's
nice
everything
weather
you hope.
out there. So that means we got nice weather out there.
There's no snow on the ground. We got a bit of snow last night, but it melted this morning. So it's
Okay.
getting there. So I figured I better get my button gear and get these trucks ready.
It was like 80 today.
Yeah, close to it. And it's gonna get bad on Easter. It's gonna be 70 for one more day.
We've been up and down, up and down, up and down, but it is slowly getting there. And here we go. More good takeoff parts to go in the drawer.
No.
Just throwing them out.
Hey, I could send you a bunch if you want. You need more.
Oh my
You
God.
send your
Bobby, I got so many. I have a drawer just for Traxxas stuff and Arma stuff. That's all takeoff parts. That are all good. There's nothing wrong with them. I just upgraded. The sledge I put on the Spyro diff gears. I figured, well, if I'm doing the chassis, I'm gonna do everything. So
Nice.
they did all the Spyro gear diffs, redid all the diffs, new fluids. Here, Hobby.
That's good stuff.
That's
So I
all
made,
Traxxas takeoff parts.
yeah, I got a whole box of those tracks and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, all parts
Oh,
that I've taken off that are good.
That's awesome.
All right, guys, do we let Brad do his unboxing now?
Oh, he's
what's
so
Brad
excited.
got?
My
He has
bad.
been
Go ahead.
very patient.
I know.
very-
And quiet. Quiet,
I was
bro.
hoping more people would come in too.
22 minutes, Brad. There's 15 people here. It's the peak.
150.
All
I
right,
didn't-
Brad. Move your camera. Let's get ready.
Oh, snap.
Tell me, is this good?
A little tiny bit lower.
Oh, he's got the Porsche.
Right there. Stop.
Okay,
Push the
so
box a tiny bit forward.
Turn it
There you
around.
go. Yeah, and turn it around so we can see the lettering. It'll be backwards to you.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. Oh, that's a nice
There we
looking
go.
to me.
Oh,
yeah, and it also has a brand new chassis. Look at the gearbox system.
We can't see
Mhm.
that part.
Sweet. Sweet.
It uses two pinions to run the rear axle.
you're doing box
Two?
art?
Of course, it's going to be difficult.
Am I doing box art?
Yeah.
That keeps
Yeah.
it for you.
Send it to
color.
me.
The
That
box
keeps
art.
it for you.
So this 50 years ago was the car they made their first RC out of, but it was a 12 scale. This is the 10th. They made this a 10th scale, but it's reminiscent of the 12 scale of the same car with a different chassis, but they made a brand new chassis for the 50th. People are happy and not happy because they wanted the 959 to come back. But that we still have a whole rest of the year to see if they come out with that later in the year, but who knows? But I was glad that they still decided to make a new chassis. They have I don't know how many thousands of them they're going to make, but I think a lot of them have been sold. And it doesn't come with a motor or ESC, but it comes with full ball bearings and hex drive screws.
So it's like the BBX kit.
Yes. Here's a
Just cut out.
Yep. I got nothing.
Yeah.
Are you talking, Brad?
yeah. So
Oh,
Okay. I think he was just catching his breath from moving the box.
Yes.
showing what's on the box. A lot of people love the box art on this kit.
Do you love the box art on the kit, Brad?
Well, they always do a great rendition by drawing it up and stuff.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Now we're all backwards again. Okay. What is in there, Brad? Let's see this.
Crack it
it's
open.
not, the presentation
Open.
isn't their best presentation, but people are disappointed on the presentation because they usually have blister packs for their anniversary kits. This one doesn't have that.
Oh, I'm bummed out.
Before
already.
before you open it, how many videos have you watched about people unboxing this?
forgot how many, not less than 10, less than 10.
Less than 10? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. I thought it'd be like 30.
1,000.
That too, Javi.
30,000.
It's lighting dark. Oh,
Very nice.
Ooh.
That's a nice looking.
Roll your camera up a tiny bit, Brad. Roll it towards you.
Be careful with that X-Acto knife, Brad.
Yeah. We don't want any
so-
injuries.
Yeah.
We'll
So my number kit, the serial number on it is
BR 549.
02450.
No.
ooh, you've got number 50.
This here covers over the motor, and it also looks like it has the exhaust, the manifold system on it.
Okay.
What's also interesting about this kit, you can use magnets to hold the body instead of posts.
Magnets.
So there's no
Yeah, it
holes in
comes
the
with
body?
magnets.
The body doesn't have holes like Kurt just said.
No, you have to make the holes if you want to use the post, but you know, they say you should probably use it if you're going to run it with the posts, and they say for just it sitting there to use the magnets.
Oh, okay.
See, because it does
The
come with
answer
the
is no, Kurt.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Here's the disc, the discs. It's a two-piece wheel, and this fits in it. And there's 4 of them. You also get 2 different. You can't see it here, but there's 2 different There's 2 different helmets. One with a closed visor, and one where you can see the guy's eyes and nose a bit.
Which one are you going to use?
Probably, I don't know. I mean, I probably might use the one with the open one, but I see why some people might use the visor one because they've never really had one with a closed visor.
Keith wants to paint the face.
Yeah,
And I'm sure I'm not the only one curious. When are you gonna be building this?
After I go through the ones that have been sitting here the longest.
Oh,
it's gonna be a while.
2020, 2035-ish?
So I'll be about 85 when he sends me the.
So this is the new chassis. This is made out of some of their best plastic. It's the fiber reinforced plastic,
Nice.
and
What?
they purposely made it have the motor hanging off the back like the real Porsche was, way in the back, and
More scale.
yeah, it's more scalable. And this model in '76 had a trail arm suspension.
Brad,
the
I
rear.
have to interrupt you real quick for a Kurt question. Kurt, for We Rock, I have to run straight links, don't I? I put high clearance on the bottom of this. I have to run the straight ones, don't I?
We didn't have a rule about that, but
Okay. Worst comes worst, I'll change it before an event. It's just
yeah,
4
it might
screws.
be, it depends probably on your area. You might want to look.
Okay. All right, Brad, back to you. Sorry.
All right. So this is its new chassis. It is made to take a brushless system. They showed it at Nürburgring Toy Fair, having a brushless system in it. Here's all the metal parts. It's also a fluid differential. You put the fluid in for the diff in it. Here's some ball bearings. This is pretty much all the lettered bags. Here are the trailing arms.
Nice.
They even have faux disc brakes for the hubs. Here are the diff covers. And this is where you put the shocks, and the shocks are TRF shocks, but they're not colored in the TRF blue, but they are TRF made shocks.
For those of us that are not full-blown Tamiya
So
geeks,
they're
what
all-
is a TRF?
It's their racing division of their company,
Okay,
and they're aluminum bodied shocks.
Okay.
Mm. This is a TTO2, Brad?
No,
I'm not-
this is not. This is a completely new chassis. No
Oh, okay.
You see,
it's the TTO3.
no,
Okay.
this is it's a pure rear wheel drive car. This is its chassis. It's no TTO2.
Nineteen 76, I see Porsche 93.
934. This was their first body radio control car they made in 76 that they started getting into the business. There were other metal parts in here besides ball bearings.
You have to say it right, Brad.
What?
Metal. You have to
Metal.
say it
Metal.
right. Metal.
Yeah, there's some gold anodized pieces that hold the motor in and stuff. Gold springs. Like I said, Hex hardware.
Dennis is thinking about it with the Hex hardware. It would
Wow.
it would sit perfect next to his duck.
Which I don't even know where it's at.
Here's the body. It's amazing how they could get all the scale looks out of Lexan body.
It looks very nice, man. I think I
Maya
found
does very good with their body.
Here's their tires. Some people were upset because in real life it had wider tires in the rear, but I said they think it was because they said it drives better with these. But I have a feeling people are gonna go for the aftermarket for that they hop up from them that has the wider rear tires in the back and the wider rim.
You do know all the people that you connect with on
Everybody who's done
The
an
YouTube.
unboxing has talked about it. Here's the rims and the gold things go in the middle of them.
the faces.
Yep, the faces.
I like
Another
it,
thing, a
man.
lot of people were happy. A lot of people were happy that they actually made an interior for it.
That is cool that they did one. These are all things that Dennis is getting hyped about. You really,
No, he isn't.
you can't tell? Listen to him breathing.
No,
He
I'm
just
sure the only thing he's glad about is that they're coming into modern day way of doing RCs better. That's all that he's gonna do. Say.
Dennis was telling
I'm
us
not even
right before you got on
thinking
here, Brad.
I'm not even thinking that.
Dennis was like, man, I'm gonna have to get one. Brad's gonna do that unboxing. I better not watch it.
This is it. This is the ABS plastic of the tail, the whale tail and stuff, and it's made to take headlights and tail lights.
You know, you should send it to Kurt. He's really good at painting Tamayas.
No, he isn't. He would say no, he isn't.
His Fat Fox came out great. He
I
used
haven't
all
seen
those
his Fat
stickers
Fox in a
properly
long
to cover
time.
up.
I'm afraid to open up the big bag of parts that I showed you, all the liquid and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't open up the,
Yeah.
They could have used a hard compound on some wide rears so it still works.
But it's nice. It comes with full ball bearings. I was surprised when some people opened it up. A lot of the bags, there's ball bearings more than you think would fit in this. That would go into this car. There's a lot of ball bearings.
Kev,
So-
that's possible. Dennis, he might be eating ice cream, and that could be the heavy breathing and the pants are too tight.
Yeah, but like I said, here's you see some of the ball bearings here.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't say nothing about any links on the 1.9 Pro mod.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Kurt, for researching that.
So that is all that's it really in this kit.
Is an applause necessary, Brad, or am I good to
What?
downsize? I
What?
said, is a short applause necessary, or are we good to
No.
downsize?
No, it's not.
That does look like a cool kit. I really like the look of that car. The
Good
only
job,
thing I
Brad.
didn't like was the price.
What was that was my next question because I've
I
been
think
looking.
at A-Main, it was $404.
Oh,
Hey,
snap.
Tank.
Yeah, it's not a cheap kit.
Tank, was that
Yeah.
you that popped in? I heard somebody pop in.
Yeah, it's me that's there.
Yeah,
I couldn't see all the people in the
I've been-
gallery.
I've been looking for a Steve OD build for a Tamiya. I don't own a
You know,
Tamiya,
if he was alive, he probably would have bought this kit.
yeah, I wanna buy build a Tamiya for Steve.
This would be a good one if you had the money.
Yeah.
You
If
would
you
have-
pay if you pay half, I pay half. We can do it, bro.
I would like to help you. I'm the poorest guy here.
You would have more fun with a Clodbuster, especially at the events you go at.
All right, right. What's the one that you had, Josh and Joe, at the event?
And Josh
There.
had,
The BBX.
BBX.
Yeah.
actually the fun build.
And on Sunday, the event that they had on Sunday, what were those?
TTO2s.
TTO2.
Can't put this.
Ooh, this is tight.
Whoa.
Brad can't remember how everything goes now.
No, it's gonna bug him too if his box doesn't sit perfectly on the shelf. closed.
Yeah, it's gonna bug me.
Take all that stuff out of there.
Go back at the beginning of this video, you'll know how everything packs. I believe the rear tires, the rear rims also have a different offset to compensate for the wider tires because that Porsche is wider at the back.
Is it?
Yeah, they do make an aftermarket from Tamiya, the rims that are wider in the rear.
All right, Brad, take the body back out. Take the wheels out of that other side. No, the wheels, your rims. They're on the other side. Put them down where your hand is. Take
They
that
go
bag
under the
your hands on out.
Say that again.
Take that bag that your hand is on out.
Okay.
Take the other bag out.
This.
Yes. Now go on the other side of the box. Take that big parts tree that you put in there out that has the trailing arms on it.
This is the trailing arms.
Or well, the big parts tree that you put on the other side of the box.
Dennis, you must have known how this goes. You must have bought one
Yeah.
already.
No,
He has a
I
ton.
seen how he was putting it in there and he's gonna break something. Take that box out of the way.
This one?
No. All right, stop. The bag that you have in your left hand,
What about this one?
set it aside. Now, go in the other side of the box.
Yeah.
Dig down in the bottom of that where the black parts trees are. Take the big one out of there. There's a big square one that you put in there.
I took them all out.
All right, put all of the skinny parts trees back in there. The narrow ones. Stop. That piece right
Summertime.
there, that piece you just picked up, that piece does not go in there.
Okay.
The other ones do.
Da-na-na-na.
You mean these?
Yes. Because you're driving
That was
triangle.
perfect timing, Hobby.
And this
Appreciate it.
Put that back in there.
in there?
Yes. Put that bag in your hand.
Yes.
Put that in there.
In this end,
Yes.
There you go, Brad. Yeah, it's looking
Take
better.
that black parts tree, set it on top of the tires. Slide the rims up,
This is really Dennis's second
pull
job.
that bag that's in front of the interior out,
yes.
put the body in.
He's been doing this for 200 years. It's, that's a lot of experience.
Now
He's
that
the
bag
first
that you
packer for
took out-
Tamaya.
Yes. Thank you. Now you can figure out how to put those two boxes back in there.
He's like, damn, I thought I was retired.
Him and Competition X.
Oh, I was gonna send you a post, Josh, that Innovations put up about
Oh no.
the world's toughest off-road truck. Pulling a bus or a car or something.
Yeah.
It's got three Mambas on it.
Jeez. Only 3?
Yeah, he said he's got 3,800 into it, and some guy corrected him by telling him that you have 3,800 just in electronics.
So I do want to put like between a 3,000 and a 3,375 brushless in this.
You're on a budget.
Gotta build
Yeah,
it first.
How about you just run brushed first to stay within your budget?
You're gonna have a hard enough time finding a servo, finding a new hand remote for that, and all the rest of the stuff.
He's got a remote.
I
It's
got
full.
one that holds it. I got so much room on my second radio link.
Okay.
By the time he gets it built though, because he's gonna build this last, right?
Everything that he's got's going to be obsolete.
Yeah.
They'll have 8 different versions of the radio link already.
We'll
Well,
be driving
that-
RCs
that-
with AI.
The cars that I have left to
Yeah.
build will not fill up my other radio link. It's got plenty of room.
No, but it's going to take you that long to build it. It's going to be outdated.
Yeah.
You got to start building, Brad. Don't worry about electronics. Get them built.
What's up, Max Paul?
What's up, Max?
No, it's putting the motor is like step 20 in the manual, so you can't skip that step.
True. Brad is not a step skipper.
Just a matter of taking a couple screws out to get that back out.
What the fuck?
Whoa,
Whoa.
No, they out of stock. They're out of stock, Kurt. No,
Out of stock of what?
I don't know, something Amazon. I do the same thing when it's stuff when I mean it's out of stock. What the?
What the?
He was just looking for that Porsche kit on Amazon.
Yes.
Kurt does like Porsches. He has admitted that.
Yes, he has. We got proof of that videos.
There are videos of it.
Yeah.
I do like that they went for that realism in the back of the car, like the actual car.
Oh,
It looks like a cool kit, bud.
it really does.
In about 5 years, you'll have fun building that. Unless you up your game, buddy. You gotta get to work this summer.
Yeah.
I just need a receiver for my Midnight Pumpkin. I pretty much got everything else for it.
I thought
That's
you were
what-
on the Blackfoot.
That's almost finished being painted.
Look at you.
The kit, the chassis of the Blackfoot's done.
Brad, did you see what Max said?
Nice 50th anniversary model, Brad. Thanks for sharing. You're welcome, Max.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like it, brother.
Tank can haul it around
Yeah,
on a semi.
Yes, Smiling Bear, it did include an interior. I do need to get a Lexan scissors though. Because
Are those like Lexan
three
ones?
of my cars have Lexan bodies that are left to build.
Lexons.
Yep.
Is
I
that a
gotta
brain
check.
name?
What?
Is that a brain name of scissors? Lexons?
Well,
Lexan,
in the hobby, they have scissors that are specially made to cut through Lexan and curve in a way that it doesn't, it's harder to hurt the Lexan, cut it.
Yeah, so they're called Lexon scissors.
That I think I've heard it said that way.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I think they're called that way.
Yeah, I got a Tamiya too, Brad.
What did you get?
I got this, a
Oh, you got the Cascadia?
Cascadia Freightliner. It's all pre-built. I don't have to build it, so I know it's running.
Yeah, I saw that last night and I was gonna comment. Like, hey, you got a project that you don't have to finish.
Yeah,
Is it painted too, or do you have to paint it?
it's all painted black, and it's got a girl with boobies in the cab in the front.
And it's got a 3-speed transmission?
Whatever comes with it. Yes, Brad.
Looks expensive. The trucks usually are.
Well, they're going on Amazon now. Last night we saw them. They were going $3 to $6 grand.
Oh, shoot.
Then they must be mainly made out of metal.
Oh,
They're discontinued. Everybody's looking for them. That's why they're expensive.
Max wants the 2011 Avante Black Edition.
Okay.
Someday, just love the look of it. A lot of people prefer the original one more than the black one. I wouldn't mind having either, actually. Not a Tamiya, but I did get the new CJ.
Cool.
Nice, Kev. Dennis really wants the copper one.
That's the one that Kevin got.
yeah, yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the red.
I
did.
I think the
prefer
red
one-
looked good until we saw the bronze or copper or whatever. they're
Yeah, the
calling it.
bronze copper one was nice.
I didn't realize that Kevin was still getting trucks. Good on him.
But he said
That's
that's the
good.
first one he's bought in years.
Yeah.
Almost there, Josh.
Cool.
It's all in. It is a tight fit, but it's
Yeah,
That's what she said.
And that's what I hate about the Capra, working on the Capra. I forgot, I don't know, you mentioned what electronics you got? You got the new Pro in it or
it should have the Fusion Elite, but
the
it is
Elite?
it is a secure with the Castle X2.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's gonna be noisy. It should be. It's a buggy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if they sell as well as they do. They have the number plates that they give you with the car. There's enough for 10,000 10,000 number for it.
What number did you get?
It's over 2,000. And there's still another zero in front of it, so they could have made 10,000 kits or so.
Maybe.
But if they sell well enough, and they may want to produce a little more of them, for what I know, they do that sometimes.
What wheels are you getting for it, Kevin? He's got the 92 mil deluxe shocks, the
Oh,
gold.
that'll be nice.
He's waiting on the wheels. How's the Rhino chick going, Keith?
She's done. Working on the guy now.
Now the CJ's just like the SR5. They had regular beadlocks on them too, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they're the plastic bead lock.
Yeah. I was just glad to see that they put the chrome wheels on that one instead of just the black.
Oh, Lord. Dwayne's testing the gyro on it.
Yeah, getting it all set up for easy use. You
Nice.
can, I got like gain set up on a twist button. I can turn it on and off by just setting a button, and I can use priority just by another button, so I can change the priority.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
it's
is
nice.
that the new Fly Sky?
That is.
You finally got it out of the box.
Yeah, it's out of the box. It's in 3 trucks, 3 more to
That's
go.
Vanquish
Good stuff.
Riot in bronze.
Oh, those will look good, Kev.
Yeah, that should look good once you get those on there.
Kurt said so too, but he muted himself a while ago, so no one heard.
Yeah.
Power spray and some tires.
Get in your home.
So, Javi, did you figure out which trucks you're bringing for Beat the Creek?
I'm bringing whatever Dennis brings.
Yes, I'm going to build it, but I got a lot of cars, Max, to build before that.
I'm back. Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I
I'm
didn't
like-
know we lost you.
Yeah. Well, me neither. Everything was frozen. As soon as Dennis asked that question, he messed up my internet. So whatever you bring, Dennis, I'll be using. Don't know, brother. You know, when I get there, I don't got time sometimes to go, but I need to go to the trails. I've never been on a trail and other than the barn.
What's up,
Yeah.
Richard?
Hey, Richard. Hey, Javi, you've always been at one of the things more than you are on the trails, and I know you probably prefer to be on the trails more.
Well, no, when you're surprised, I like to stay with the veterans, talking to the veterans and giving their time there at the booth, you know.
Oh,
But
I
Yeah.
thought you'd like to take some of them into the trails with the cars.
Oh, they do. They do. Some of them are able to go to the trail. The boys always take them. Dennis and Josh will take some other guys to the trails.
Yeah, we each took a group out last year.
Yep.
Hope they had
I
a fun
went-
time.
I went trailing, like actual trail that I don't have to like worry about, checking on the other guys. This weekend we did a couple of hours. That's
Yeah.
the most trailing I've done in I don't know how many years. So it was fun to hang out with the guys, not be in a hurry or Yeah.
I think they would prefer for you to hang out in the trails with them if you can.
Mhm.
A lot of the guys can't get around that great, Brad, kind of like you.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some in wheelchairs, we got some with canes and all that stuff. So
But it doesn't stop them. They
Yeah.
keep going.
they have fun.
So we try to find stuff that everybody can do. And
Yep.
one of the big things is hanging out together.
Yep, exactly. That's why the I beat the creek, the barn, it was perfect to hang out with them because it was
Yeah,
that's
you don't
more
have to go far.
yeah,
And we can
Just
go
get-
across the field to the barn.
correct.
You just get a kink in your neck for staring up at the ceiling.
There is that part, Brad.
It's true, it's true.
Because you could be doing that for more than 30 minutes in that barn.
Unless you're John, then you do it for about 4 minutes and then launch it off into a farm.
Yeah.
And
equipment.
nearly hit someone.
In the head, yeah.
Oh, no, you land on farming implements. No, the most enjoyable part is when the veterans are sitting there and they just want to work on their truck.
Yeah.
You just sit
Yeah.
there out working on it with them and go get a part that they need.
Correct, and just talk to the other guys on yeah, they love that. Mhm.
Yeah, whether it's sitting over there wrenching on trucks, listening to stories, or being out on the trail.
Or swimming in mud.
You know,
Or swimming in mud.
I know decades ago, the
Deckles?
Navy had,
Dwayne says Deckles.
I hate that. The
What?
the Navy had had a race with on-road cars on the deck of an aircraft carrier decades ago. I thought that was interesting.
Oh, you don't have to say decades ago. Some of our guys had RCs there and tracks in Iraq and Afghanistan. Some location for them to have fun and
Yeah,
get
and
their mind out of that stuff.
if it was safer, they could go into the Himalayas and do it.
Himalayas. Why
What
you
The
went
Himalayas
where
are
are you going,
straddle
Brad?
Afghanistan.
from Iraq to Afghanistan to the Himalayas?
Well, Afghanistan has the Himalayas running through it.
Yeah, we went that far out there. No. Anyway, appreciate you guys. I gotta run. The boss is coming.
Bye.
See you, Javi.
Hey, thanks for hanging
Oh,
out, Javi.
See you later, Harvey.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. Good to see you back, Sergeant Major. Good
Thanks,
to see you,
Javi.
brother.
Good to
Be
see you,
safe,
my man.
guy. Take care. How do I get out of here? Dennis, kick me out. Like,
No, if
Yeah.
he kicks you out, won't be able to come back in.
So, Frank, the race you had, that was I was surprised how well the dragsters did.
Yeah. Yeah, they turned around pretty good.
That mini or the Grom that the mini body was on the Grom, right?
I think it was a typhoon, whatever. The one
With a
from
10 scale body on it.
yeah, it was a Mini Cooper body on it. A mini from
That thing was
Well,
fast.
it was.
I think he modified that faster than the 223, didn't
If he would have won if he wouldn't have screwed up
he? Yeah.
at the end. But he had the best overall out of all the truck. He finished first place. And then in elimination round, he finished second.
Some people hit the wet spot that I saw.
It went fast. I don't think you could have participated in one of these races because it was like 30-second and then you had to change driver. Like it was fast. Okay, let's go. Next driver, next race, next race. The races only lasted 30 to 45 seconds. So every minute you were changing drivers. 55 races we raced before elimination.
That's a good number, buddy.
It was fun.
You gonna do that setup again?
Probably. I think it's at the end of the year, just before the second last of the year. I think I want to do it again.
You said you wanted to do that again with using trail trucks and crawlers.
That's the next event. There's going to be a crawler race.
That does the same thing.
No, the rules are going to be different.
He's not giving it away because he wants it to be a surprise on how they do it, Brad. So no one gets an advantage.
No, I
People
don't want to
don't.
bore. I don't want to bore everybody. Not bore everybody. I don't want to take over your stream and start talking about all my stuff. So I'm keeping it down.
It does sound like an interesting event, like where you're going to have the team.
I think when they went past the light post and the
Oh,
way they
Dwayne, let's.
That
waiting
looks
to
good,
you
do-
showing?
Dwayne.
That's the mullet.
It's got the
Oh,
gold
it's
servo
time
on
for
it.
that.
That's the mullet.
A lot of gold, bling bling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turned out pretty good.
One
Are
less.
you talking to us,
suspicious
Kurt,
on
or
the
are you
show.
talking to your wife?
He's talking to his wife.
And muted this whole fucking time.
Yep. I warned you earlier. I said Kurt liked that, but he didn't say anything because he was muted.
Oh, I didn't hear you say it. Yeah, that's a comp box, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the Mias portal rear and straight front, ISO
Nice.
front. Just
Oh,
no body
Dennis.
for it yet. Haven't decided what body yet.
Cool.
I
Is
found
that
it.
GPS?
Yeah, Dennis wanted to do the Mitch's run, so I found my extra GNSS.
You find it in one of the cars?
No, it was in the drawer. I just hadn't gone far enough into the drawer.
How many do you have of that, Josh? I'm sure you have more than one.
Just
GPS.
two. This
Just
is
two?
the one I had to hook a JST to charge.
Because the battery was gone on it.
One of the crashes destroyed the USB, whatever the angled one is.
Yeah.
Mini, is that what it's called? The USB Mini?
Buy two, get three free,
Yeah.
so. I grabbed
So-
it. That's one you drink, yeah?
Yep.
You
Thank
can
you.
put it, you can put it out here.
Okay.
You actually let your wife in the garage there, Kurt?
She can come to the
Let's do that
doorway.
one free.
Comes in here whenever she wants. I can control that.
Okay.
My
Buy
house.
two, get one free.
It's my house. Oh boy.
Buy two, get one, buy two, get three free.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
And you only got me one?
Yeah, cause I had to get four for me. The heck?
I just realized I forgot to do something.
What?
I had a aluminum plate for the top of the transmission to sit in there. I forgot to put it on.
Uh-oh.
You
Would
gotta
that
take
help
it
you
all
get more
apart.
room?
I can take the roof off and get to it.
I mean, that aluminum frame, it's gotta be well over $100.
Are you trying to ask the prices again while we're live, Brad?
I just know it was a big
I-
expenditure for you. It was a big expenditure.
Honestly, the whole kit is $389 plus shipping. Like for this with the interior, the panels, all the cage and everything, that doesn't include the VRD, obviously. You have to supply your own chassis, but it's about the same price as a steel RC Speedy. So you can either get a Speedy that doesn't have an interior, but it's all welded, or you can get the H-Tech that has an interior. You have to bolt it together. I haven't driven it yet, so I can't say which is the better option.
It was welded together. I thought I saw welds on the frame.
That is actually.
No, this is all machined.
That's machined out of 2 blocks of aluminum.
Oh, and they were
Yep.
screwed together? The pipes were screwed together?
Yeah. It was 2 halves, and then you put your spacers in between.
Kevin, if she's anything like mine, then I feel sorry for you.
Well, how long have you been married, Kurt?
Too long.
He doesn't like count his years of his sentence because it's too depressing.
He doesn't count the wooing part of his life with her.
I don't count.
No, when you're in a life sentence, you don't look at the days that you've spent.
Right?
Right.
She doesn't sound like she's from California, though.
They have
What-
a special
Where's
sound.
she from then, Brad?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
No,
what's
I'm
the
not saying there's a
sound?
problem. She just doesn't have the accent of a Californian.
Did you watch Valley Girl too many times and think they all sound like
I
that?
know she sounds more New Yorkish to me.
Totally
That
true.
game
No,
is
that's
clean.
because she has a New York,
I put your $40 in the wallet.
oh, thank you. I guess she has a New York, vocabulary.
Now, when she gets mad, does her accent change?
No.
Just gets
Or
louder.
at least yours
She was
didn't.
born and raised here, man.
So the hood, you can either slide the little part that it hooks to tight and tighten the screws, or you can run the screws out a little bit and the little latch pops and catches. And you can use it like a hood.
Cool.
That's a cool.
That's where the battery goes?
Yeah. You can either put the
Oh,
battery
battery.
here, or if you don't put the electronics here, like if you run a Elite or something where you don't have all the electronics there, you can put the battery underneath on the inside. This piece pops up and it just folds out of the way.
Hey, Bill. Thanks, brother.
What's up, AZ, Bill?
Have we
Oh,
won?
Kev, she does cuss. You just didn't hear it that time. We've heard it. Most of the cussing was at Kurt.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of the Red Cat Ascent Fusion?
It's a good truck. For the money, unless you want it for the electronics, I would get the regular Ascent and put the electronics you want.
100%.
Sergeant J broke 2 chassis, but Red Cat warranted it, so they really support their product.
AZ Rider, you missed my thing. You missed my unboxing of a new kit.
Keep
Oh.
going, Gems.
It's
Somebody cut you off.
it's at the beginning, Brad. Um, Dennis, you have the Ascent. Misty has an Ascent, and you had a problem with the servo,
Yeah,
but you got it in another truck now, and it works.
um,
Because it was just an endpoint thing, wasn't it? Where that servo's 270 instead of 180.
yeah, you have to set the endpoints shorter than what they have from the factory,
Right.
because it'll go a little further past, and if you put pressure on the wheel when they're turned, it'll actually push the servo arm beyond. But the regular Ascent and the Ascent Fusion both use the same steering servo. The only difference is carbon fiber chassis. Couple little differences as far as like for the screws with the washers and then the motor.
What's up, Jake?
Yeah, Jake's in the
Jake.
chat.
It's been a long
Um,
time, man. I miss you.
On Misty's, I just swapped the motor to a 540 brushed and the ESC just to get a little bit of weight out of it because it has that bigger can motor in the stock Ascent. Dennis, you switched to a or 2-in-1, didn't you?
Yes.
Otherwise, like the shocks were good. The only complaint well, there's two complaints. The pins, you have to go through and do that Loctite. There's tons of videos out there. You have to Loctite the pins and the knuckles.
Yeah, and the front drive axles.
Yeah. And the way the portals are made on those, where the axle goes into the bearing on the back of the plastic, it's open, like the bearing isn't surrounded on the back side. So if you get into any water or anything, you have to spray that out with a CowRC product or WD-40 or something because it will rust. That
Yes.
Brad,
Brad,
I was just
You-
answering easy. Sorry.
yes, you can in just a second. It'll be right there. And then you can actually pick the box up and show it. So just wait a second. The portal where the big bearing is, where the axle comes through, is exposed. Those bearings rust. Misty did not like do a bunch of water crossing, but got into some, and it sat for a couple months because the next event she didn't run that. She ran her 10-2 and went to drive it, and it was just like binding. And I pulled it all apart, and I found that those bearings rusted. Everything else was fine, just those bearings where the water got into the back. So just pack that in grease, and if you're going to go through water, spray it out.
You could use WD-40 to restore them.
Yeah. Well, these were too rusted to restore. They were done. All right, pick your kit up and show what you got, buddy. There it is. In the corner of the box. Kurt's gonna get seasick if he looks at that.
That better?
Up. There. Stop. Right there. There it is. But no, I like the Ascents. I think they're a good truck and a good value. I don't know if the price went back down on them after the tariff changes, because I know they went up for a minute. They were 289 and 299, and I know they went up to 3 something. I haven't looked in a while.
Right.
Tank, have you
thought
looked?
they went up to 319 or 309
Look for what?
for the Red
Did
Cat.
Red Cat drop their prices back down, you do a lot more of the product stuff.
I can look.
I'm
Which-
pulling it up. I just didn't know if you had,
No,
because I know
By heart,
Horizon
no.
went back down. Crawlers
I-
and trail truck.
Yeah, no, someone sent it to me from, and, got it from me
No.
from Maine, and he got them before they ran out of them.
no sales.
339 and 349. They have not dropped the price back down to the 289 and 299.
Yeah, like Josh said, me personally, I would get just the regular Ascent over the Fusion.
Unless you don't want to mess with swapping motors or anything. If you want a Fusion almost SE, like there's a couple less features that you can program on that one than the SE. I can't remember exactly what it was, but there was like two things you couldn't
Yeah.
change.
Yeah, there's a couple features on that one that are disabled that you can't, that you have
Right,
on the SC
adjust.
or the Pro.
No problem, Richard. Most cars you talk about, other than like Capos or the Origins, one of us probably has one.
Right.
Right?
Dwayne, did you have to rehab the ramp at all after the winter?
Nope, it's been in the back of the truck. Hasn't,
Nice.
no issues at all.
Sweet.
Yeah, I haven't even taken it out of the back of the truck. It's been in there all winter.
Man, I'm really liking the look of this. Like the stance is nice. I had another set of tutus to put on it if I wanted, and I could do the. I don't know if the dig would fit. Like I have a dig set up, but I don't know if it'll fit with the interior because it is. Now that it's all together, I guess I can move the camera down and show. Switch. Spotlight. So that that interior fits right around that transmission. See how it says the VFD right there?
Mhm.
And it's like tight.
Yeah, so the seat actually goes just behind it.
So,
So I don't know if the dig would fit there under this cover. Because the dig would be back here and so would the servo to
What
shift it.
chassis is that?
This is the VRD straight axle chassis,
Oh, okay.
which I think they're 289 from Vanquish or A-Main.
Yeah.
so
And
I'm,
there's no hop ups on it.
I got the feeling you're gonna get scratches and war wounds on your frame.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna drive it. I
it.
only have like 2 shelf queens. I'll admit I have shelf queens, but there's only like 2. My
Yeah, we're good.
original OG Origin I got from Pezza that has all custom Cerakoted axles and bumpers and transmission.
That
I do not want to scratch up that Cerakoting.
that looks like a short wheelbase, the one you're working on.
No, it's the stock. It's the cage makes it look smaller. It's the stock wheelbase. Wherever I put my measuring tape. It probably got stolen again. Oh no, there it is.
Those panels, they look like they were colored, but they're not exactly aluminum.
Yeah, they're gunmetal. It's not quite 12.8, but it's close. Like a 12.6, 12.7. Yeah, these are the gunmetal. I said charcoal gray, but I meant gunmetal earlier. These are the gunmetal panels.
Easy. Said he just about finished with his VS 410 portal kit he got from Trucks of Fortune a year ago.
Nice. I've had this truck or this like chassis in like 4 different configurations. And it's all been waiting for this one. I've been waiting this whole time to put it in this. And now I'm happy. I think I want to put metal axles under it though, the aluminum axles.
I can imagine it getting a big scrape or a scrape dent on the panels.
I
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
a big, I wasn't a big fan of the metal axles, but I like the metal axles because it gives you that extra weight. No.
Yes, these definitely, the plastic axles definitely do slide better over rocks and stuff.
But eventually you get enough nicks and scratches and it eventually might snap it because the plastic will get weak.
The what will get weak?
So the axles, if they're scraped enough for over a period of time, the axles will break, right?
Oh, it takes a lot to get these. These diff housings are pretty darn thick.
Plus, they're only like $10 or
19.
$12.
I think it's, yeah. I think there's an animal getting slaughtered outside by a cat.
What type of animal do you hear?
Where's Moose at?
No, Moose.
He's
You can
laying
see
in front of
Moose.
the door.
Yeah, Moose is out. He ain't even moving.
Yeah, he's done. He's right in front of the door.
Yeah, he's
It's
like, I
been
don't
warmed. Yeah, he don't care. There's one like asshole cat that walks around the property and it tears everything up. Like it killed a groundhog. It killed a groundhog the other day.
Brad, you're talking about plastic axles wearing out over a period of time. These are 6 years old.
That's
Yep.
hardly scratched.
I've comped with them, I've trailed with them, and I've just bashed the shit out of them. That's a stock axial SCX 10-2 kit axle.
Yeah,
That's
you're
a
right,
6
Bill.
years old.
If you rub a set of axles through that they've worn out, you've definitely been RCing, and that's a good buggy. She's got some weight to her.
Please show when you get the war wounds on the panels. I like to see that.
There'll be videos if you watch them.
That doesn't have weight, Josh. That has weight.
Oh, I agree. That is heavier than this. It's also a lot bigger.
It is quite a lot bigger, yeah.
Jake, are you feeling better? Last time we chatted on 11C, you were feeling like crap. I hope you're feeling better, brother.
What was wrong?
He didn't feel good, like I just said.
Yeah, but do you know what was wrong?
You're sick.
It was definitely mono.
I had that when I was 12.
It was definitely mono.
I don't know what was wrong with him, Brad.
It doesn't matter. He wasn't.
Oh, Josh.
Well, I'm sorry you weren't feeling well, Jake. I just wish I could talk to you and see right now. Jake, I used to see Jake all the time, but not anymore.
He's a
Maybe
busy
there's
guy.
reason.
He's a busy guy. He's got family and kids and
Karate in the garage.
yeah, he's got a lot of stuff on the go.
Hey,
You
I
said-
want to know what I want to know. Was he upset when he heard? Hey, Jake, were you upset to hear about what happened to Chuck Norris?
That's
Tricky.
okay.
Take it easy, Tank. Take it easy.
In the nose, out the mouth. In the
I-
nose.
Oh.
Jake and I used to stay up really late at after hours, and we had a lot of talks, and I miss those.
Slow
About
down.
Chuck Norris.
No,
Oh,
Oh,
No, we just would talk about anything.
Me too, Brad.
did you just hit us with a me too?
Yeah, because I was the host most of the time.
He says he's good now, Josh.
Sweet, good to hear. I need to hit Pezza up and see if they did a motor for the back of this.
Bet you they did.
I know they had the fuel cell and the radiator you can put all in it,
Right.
but a 3D printed motor would sit down on these two little posts.
no rear motor.
No rear motor. You can't run that in 1.9?
That's what it said. No, maybe
Does
that
that-
was the classic thing. Yeah, no, maybe that was,
Nice, Dennis, nice.
Smiling Bear says I'm getting popcorn.
I needed that.
What's up, Tony?
Hey, Tony. How are you feeling, Tony?
Chuck
Wow.
Norris died.
Was he sick too?
Yeah, he had surgery.
He had a
Heart surgery.
blading or a stent? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
full surgery.
About a month ago.
I thought he had to go in for another procedure recently.
says no rear motor buggies, no moon buggies.
Oh,
And
okay.
Chuck Norris died.
I won't put a rear motor in it then.
No rear steer, dig allowed, no dual motor transmission, suspension winch down allowed. So you can have a
A suck down winch.
a suck down winch if you want. No portal axle, straight axles only. And gate width is 13 inches minimum.
I don't know if this counts as a moon buggy or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Either way, I don't care.
Actually, it looks sort of like something that you would see in the Icelandic things that they do.
They run moon buggies on ice.
Yep. Yeah, he said he had heart surgery March 9th.
Oh, competitive ping pong, Jake?
I can't believe he gave up RC for that.
Like Forrest Gump?
Why not?
Who's giving up RC?
Jake
Jakey gave it up for ping pong.
No, he didn't give it up. He's just playing ping pong.
Damn, Dwayne, you ruined it.
Sorry, brother. It's just the
Just
way
like
she goes.
Javi with the Tamaya Nationals.
Right?
Tank, I don't know if you heard at the beginning. Brad was still asking me about the Tamaya Nationals up until the start of the show.
Okay.
So we kept that joke going for over a week.
I do believe there is a Tamaya Nationals in the country.
Okay.
I know Josh was there.
And just so you
Yep.
know, Brad, here it is, painted black with the trailer.
Is the body plastic or metal?
Plastic, Brad.
Looks
I
good.
don't think those kit came with metal bodies.
What's up, Sean?
Sean's here.
You getting that, Tank?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm picking it up Sunday.
All the
Nice.
running gear is metal, though.
Yeah.
Probably the wheels are too.
Don't know. I'll find out when I pick it up.
What's up, Sean? And
I
Jake,
get it.
congrats on making it to the World Championship.
So did you qualify at least in the national there, Josh?
I ran a lot of laps and like my battery didn't die. The bolt came out of the servo horn to the steering rod.
Okay.
And I was able to fix it once, but I didn't have a driver with me. So I just tightened it by hand and ran. And Sean actually drove it some. Sean's doing talk to text. I attended to my nationals.
No, that's how he talks. That's fine.
Yeah.
You know,
Huh.
you guys hit those logs awfully hard a lot. Even moved them out of place during the race.
One tire fell off. I lost that bolt out of the steering. Joe had a pinion come loose. I
There was-
honestly think that was the only stuff that really messed up. A guy had
Everybody
his steering locking because he didn't have his endpoint set. So he'd come around a turn too hard and he'd bump something and it'd just lock and you just grab it, flip it, and back around he went.
you guys had a lot of leapfrog moments in lots of smashes of one another. Man, you
Yes,
should
I
have
have-
investigated all those crashes because that's what you.
That's not my jurisdiction.
Yeah, Sean, I showed my new Tamiya. Not that he said that, but he just said Tamiya.
Which Tamiya were you driving in the nationals?
The BBX.
The BBX.
Yeah. There was 12 of us and we all started and it was a very tight track. So it was just chaos. With a jump. So like when it came across, there was a jump going this way. And it was a
Okay.
wood ramp, which had dust and dirt on it. So you had to really time on when you grab throttle so it didn't spin or kick. And you had to have just enough to clear the people crossing under you.
I saw a lot of clearings. You guys did clear pretty much everybody.
Yeah, I was only running probably like 10-15% throttle most of the time with that Hobbywing brushless setup. And then I just blip it once on the about halfway up the ramp, one blip, and it would carry over and land. And
Good.
Yeah, Joe moved from the line in the background, and he moved.
Mhm.
He moved towards the middle.
Oh, you mean Exo Cage Joe? Sean is talking about Joe that was with us.
No.
He was running the orange one.
Yeah, I was talking about our Joe.
Yeah.
Well, I think they both moved on that side of the track to get out of the dust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Well,
could
Fred,
be right,
you did
Jake.
watch it, didn't you? Those things took a beating. Those cars, and they survived. Just little hiccups
I don't
like
know
they
if
had.
Tank-
No one broke anything major.
I don't know if Tank follows Exo Cage.
Yes.
Yeah, he posted the whole hour-long video. Like, didn't edit it, just ran it for
Oh,
the whole
wow.
time. Yeah.
People are saying, "Oh my God, 45 minutes and they're still going like they're going."
Yeah, I was just over an hour when the steering came loose and my battery didn't die. It's still in the car, actually.
And eventually, you
Not
sat
plugged
on
in.
you sat on the loader and the tractor when you were out.
Yeah, when I was fixing that steering, I was sitting there to try and Sean came over and we were trying to get it fixed and then he drove it some and he's like, "How do you stand in this dust?"
Yeah, that's what it's like. That dust was like when I on the baseball diamond.
Yeah, so you can picture that's what all the people experience when you drive around out there.
Lucky it's a big wide space and it dissipates good enough.
I guess I could check the percentage and see what's left in that battery.
I just can't believe 5200s with those brushless and the speeds you were going at in short distance bursts that it was lasting like it did.
Well, I'm gonna take a guess and say it's probably at about 36%.
Yeah, it was supposed to be you ran until your battery died, and whoever lasted the longest was going to be the winner. There wasn't like a true thing. And then some people changed their batteries, not to mention names.
there were people who, there, it ended up with like 5 of you towards the end.
Yeah, when I was fighting the steering, I was like, okay, I'm good for now.
Question, are there any lemon style races with RC 24 hours?
I don't know.
Believe it or not, there have been in the, I don't know where they've done it, but they've had 24-hour races with RCs.
Oh,
Brad saw a video. All right. They gave us a brand new Helios 5200
Oh.
at the event at the Tamaya Nationals.
You get to keep the battery?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
All
that's
right.
a nice expensive expense.
What's everybody's guesses?
I
Dennis said
say
30
7.3 volts.
Percent.
percentage left, Brad.
Oh, okay. 15, 20.
43.
40.
38.
42.
Oh, fine then.
Ike.
Keep in mind, it's a 4200. That's a big battery.
Oh, it slid.
5200.
I saw 3.75 volts.
Oh, you said it's 30.
15%.
15%.
15%.
I was close. I did hit 15. I
were.
said 15.
You're the winner, Brad. What do
It's
you
nice
win?
that they gave you $50 batteries that day
Come
for nothing.
You get to
What do you
talk
mean for
your
nothing?
heart out.
That's always Brad's prize.
Yeah, that's not much of a prize.
They don't do a 24-hour with the Arma and fractions, but I know it's a long race. They have like 3 guys and they change batteries and just keep going for hours.
I think they do it as a team and one guy takes over and the other one rests and stuff like that. That's what I probably do. Like they do in Le Mans.
Kyosho did them a while back. They had 4 drivers. They switched out.
You know, they bring the car in, change the batteries, throw it back out there. The other driver goes out there and runs it till it, dies or it's close. You got to time it and bring it all back in.
They did a 12-hour Roar national race for Nitro one year. Was nonstop, the same car, 12
Yeah.
hours, just keep running pit and fuel and all that.
Yeah, Sean's saying they have the Enduro. That's the what's that one he goes up to with all the Land Rovers?
Oh,
It's a little dusty there.
yeah, I can't think of it.
Yeah, they gave us this battery. That was cool.
Oh, Blue Rocks. They had that 12-hour enduro where people are actually doing
Oh, son of a.
Well, and the G6 is what? Isn't it 12 hours? The G6 event? That's what you're talking about at Blue Rock?
the one Matt Sergeant
Yeah.
Matt Jesse all
That's a
that.
G6 event.
There hasn't been G6 events for years.
Yeah, that is a G6. They
Yeah, since the pandemic.
4, 6, and 12 hours.
Yeah, there's a 4-hour class, or there's a class for 4 hours, there's a 6-hour, and there's a 12-hour class, and it's trying to complete the laps, and you got to go through and ring that bell, and
Yeah, there's all kinds of different gates that you have to get past.
right.
Certain laps. You're not allowed to touch the truck at all.
Maybe I should put that rule in my race.
I think you're allowed to touch it for battery change.
I think there should be more of those types of races to test people's quality of product and endurance of the individual.
Mine's going to be a relay race. 2 drivers on the same team, 2 different trucks. You do a lap,
Your
you
crawler
change
race,
truck.
yeah.
Yeah. You do a lap, change truck. Do another lap, change truck. Do that 4 times. But the trick is, Brad, you're only driving the throttle. And then your partner's driving the steering. And then when you switch truck, it's the other way around. You steer, he throttles.
Never heard of such a thing. I didn't know G6s were still going on. They usually were videoed.
There's video of it.
They still do G6.
There was a G6 in October, Brad.
That's what he told me. And then it says there's going to be one in Salem, Missouri.
Yep. And then Jake said there was one in October.
Yeah, and if you think that's difficult where one guy's throttle and the other guy's steering, try doing it when you're sitting in a chair with your back to the course.
Yeah.
Are you just guys playing with me here?
No,
Brad,
No.
it's true.
don't
I
interrupt.
have a video of that.
You sit in the chair with your back to the course and you have a spotter telling you where to go.
Add that to my national so far.
That's harder than just standing there blindfolded, being able to stand in front of the course and the guy telling you where to go. Because
And
you
then-
have to listen for your spotter with your back to him.
Me and Jericho did a event at Beat the Creek, and you had to go up, pull off to the side, and then change a tire. You had to roll the tire around the truck, put it back on. And then the next truck pulled up and did that. Until both trucks had changed a tire, you couldn't progress. Then you went up, you stopped at the next spot, and you had to turn around and look away. And your partner told you to drive up this hill, around a tree, and back down. When you finished, you told your partner. Then you went up and you had to drag an obstacle out of the course. You had to run a winch, hook to the obstacle, pull it out of the course. And drive by it. You parked, they reset the obstacle, started the time again, went up. The next person pulled it out, then drove by. And then there was one more thing you had to do. I can't remember what the last one was. And it was, but all you had to do is pull your sand ladders out and cross a obstacle. And it was all for time.
I've never heard of doing such a thing where you guys are sharing a controller like that.
Well, funny part is when I created my event and I posted it on Facebook, it was actually on April 1st. So some people actually thought I was doing an April Fool's, but I'm not. Like, this is the picture I put for my event. So basically, you're going to crawl around a post, and this is what you're going to have. But it is
Brad,
true. I am having that.
Brad, we've done comps with
I've seen team comps, but not what you're talking about.
It's different.
when was that, Dennis? A year ago?
Which one?
Um,
The team where you have a spotter and you sit and you're in the chair, or the tether?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
The
last.
chair.
Yeah, that was last year because yeah, I still had my Dirty South chassis built.
Well, so that's 2 years ago then, because you've been running
Has it been that long?
Lone
Wow.
Ranger.
That's when you need those special glasses where rear view mirrors. So when you got your back, you can still
Right.
see what's going on.
Well, the nice thing about the radios that Josh has or that I have is you can sit there and you can actually see your throttle progression on your radio and your steering progression. So you can kind of get the idea of where you're at when they're telling you a little more, a little more. And then there's some guys that have, like with my truck running the Micro 2 in it, you can hear the tone of it as it starts to get a little bit louder or a little steadier. You know right about where your throttle's at.
Yeah, there was definitely an advantage when you had a noisy truck.
Yeah.
Until you got outside and you couldn't really hear too much with all the car traffic on the road on the backside and the wind blowing. And then you had people coming outside just yelling and screaming because they were smoking. You actually have to stop and pause the time and tell people to shut up because you're trying to do something.
Like in rally races, you have a co-pilot. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, almost.
Well, this is this is worse.
I may not have videoed that, Dennis, since we were. I have the buddy comps, but I don't think I have the.
Yeah, well, I think that was a buddy comp because that's where oh no, no.
It is a buddy comp, but it was. I don't think I filmed it because we were spotting or driving.
Yes, this is, yeah, the buddy comp where your thumbnail is me hanging over the edge. That is the
Yeah.
one.
That's the one.
Yep. Yeah, because the first run on it,
What's the date on that?
that is 1 year ago.
I thought you and Jericho make a great team from what I've heard, Dennis, you and Jericho.
They do well.
Yes.
Go ahead and say it, Keith.
That's what she said.
No, I figured you'd make fun that I said do.
Oh, do. Yeah, to do well. Whoa.
Can't even find one video. I was trying to show Brad.
Well, this was, yeah, first video on it's me and Jericho. Jericho's driving.
Is that the one where you're telling you sitting in the chair, or the one where it's hooked with the
Yes.
rope?
No, he's sitting in the chair.
Was it a timed event also?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rooster.
What's
What's
up?
up, Rooster?
Rooster,
Oh. Uh-oh, Kurt is bringing the big artillery course.
Yeah, now Jericho's sitting back in this corner here. I have to tell him where to go, how much throttle to use. We'll speed up a little bit. Trust me, it's hard, especially when you're not driving, because you can get not aggravated at what they're doing, but just knowing that you can't do it. You're just like, you're wanting to grab the remote and just do what you're trying to tell them.
Yeah.
He was high centering there.
No. That's side hill. but just having to go through the whole course, telling him how to go through and all that is, it's a challenge.
Oh, just saw the driver there, right there.
Yeah, now see, there's Josh sitting down and their friend Keith is telling him where to go. So you're sitting there with your nose in the corner, like you're in
It's like you're
detention.
being punished.
Exactly. And you have to go through this whole course like that and hope that your spotter knows how to drive.
Or how to
And-
explain how to drive also.
And knows what your truck can do.
Yeah.
Right. You have to be able to trust their truck and what they're telling you. I think that was it. Just Jericho's running your run. Oh, here's my run with Jericho.
There's Jericho telling you.
Right. I'm sitting in the corner in the chair. And the whole thing is you don't want to do anything that you would do without being in his position. So if you don't want to use the winch, you don't want to do that while you're sitting with your back to him. Which, again, it's not as easy as it looks,
Oh, I didn't think it's easy.
but it's fun. It can be aggravating. And like on this spot right here, Icons had drove my truck and Chunky was telling him what to do and where to go. And was telling him just trust the truck because it can side hill this with no problem. The truck was balanced perfect. And he did listen to me, and instead of backing up, it was a learning experience on both of them.
I would be just frustrated doing it without seeing it.
Like
Oh,
a virgin touched for the very first time.
it was
Prima donnas are us.
Prima donnas are us.
That's a great time.
How often do you guys comp like that?
It's usually like once or twice a year we'll do one like that. Just gotta wait on Darren to set his course up again. He hasn't got his hobby shop.
Act the king of the
The first-
axes.
I
No,
see
it's a different one.
in that video, I saw the tire crinkling up.
You know, the first time that I went out to that comp with Josh and them guys was a buddy comp where you're tethered together with a rope. And that's
Yeah.
when I ran with Jericho.
That's another one that would be fun. One that I'm thinking of trying or doing is the 124th golf, just like CCXRC was doing the last
Yeah,
one.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Tony's
Playing
got that.
golf tank? How do you do
Tony's
that?
got
You
the
put
commentator voice.
put the
for
ball
that
in the
kind of
tank?
stuff.
Put the ball in the golf ball?
No, you get no balls. There's no balls.
It's
No
just
balls?
you only went on each obstacle together. So it was like he called it golf because you're only playing a hole at a time.
So
Oh,
you're
Or
playing a
okay.
hole or a gate at a time. So everybody
Yeah.
does gate one. So if you're
Oh,
10
okay.
drivers, one driver at a time does gate one. And then when you're about to do gate two, there's a spot to put your truck, and then everybody does gate two.
Okay.
Like that, it eliminates people from leaving early or saying, "Oh, this guy, like he did the course with no problem, so like
Yeah.
I can't beat him."
Yeah.
But Tony had the perfect commentator's voice for that
Oh, yeah?
video. Like, if you watch the video he done on it, his voice is just like, it makes it sound like you're actually watching golf. Like,
Yeah.
There's 9-hole right there.
Houston, we have a problem.
Oh,
we
Yeah.
had last week. That's for sure.
Uh-oh.
Trying to get out of their airports.
What's wrong, Dwayne?
Oh, we got a bent dog bone dry shaft that I didn't see last year when I put him away.
It's Canadian, of course it's bent.
Straight as an arrow, bud.
Fucking arrow is right.
That thing out and hammer it back.
Yeah, time to order some parts.
What? You mean you don't have a spare one?
Nope, I have no dry shafts for these.
I find
Uh-oh.
that hard to believe.
Another part he has to go buy and buy multiple. of.
Disappointed.
So am I.
Everybody's disappointed in
So
you,
am
Dwayne.
I.
So am I.
Well, how long has it been since you seen your dude?
A month?
A month?
Yeah, about a month now. I haven't gone yet.
What
Yeah.
truck is it, Dwayne?
You
That's
haven't
my
called him?
Outcast 8S.
Oh, the Outcast.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't notice that last year. I was having such a good time, I didn't notice. And so bad that it's rubbing against the shock springs. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
wow.
bad.
Straighten it up and put it back in there.
Yep. And I'll
That's
just
it. Heat it up with a torch. Just bend it out and roll it.
Just straighten it out a little bit, it'll work.
Oh
I
yeah.
do that, I do that with my 6 there, so.
I just got the Fly Sky put in there, so that's another one. Anybody want some radios?
What type of radios?
They're all Spectrums coming out of these.
Oh, wow.
Ah,
One of them stupid SR3s or something like
I think they're the STL3s with that
that. Yeah, it's,
ass freaking receiver that keeps going bad on you.
That receiver, that the controllers are good, it's the receivers.
It's this
Yeah.
freaking control receiver.
the
Yeah.
controllers are good, but the receivers are bad.
Is that an Echo?
yeah.
We
Send
got-
it to Brad. He'll take them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a few of them, that's for sure.
Brad takes anything. Just like that commercial. Give it to Mikey. He'll eat it.
God, that's such an old commercial.
Never
Mikey,
heard of
he
that
likes
commercial in my life.
Hey, Mikey, he likes
It
it.
has to do with Life cereal. It is from the 70s or 80s.
Go
It's so
back to
old.
where you're from then.
Hey, I had to come to America to hear a commercial for Lucky Charms. So it's like,
Yeah, he never heard of it. I remember you saying that.
You're back home, Sean.
yeah, I'm back in New York. I got back yesterday. Yeah, Thursday night. I got back
For
late Thursday night. Yeah.
Just for the Easter holiday.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I had to wait now to Monday. I was meant to be flying to Dallas. I had my ticket booked and everything, which reminds me, actually, I got to go and cancel my ticket because I got an email tonight saying, hold off, don't go to Dallas. Yeah. So then Monday morning, we'll see where the fuck they're going to say, hey, do you know what? Just go here, summer. So it's like,
All because you didn't go to Wisconsin.
all because I refused to stay in Wisconsin. Yeah.
He wanted to get away from Queenie.
No, they wanted me to stay there for a year and a half. I was like, not a fucking chance. Like, no hope.
Holy
That would have
crap.
been your longest tenure in a state.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Kurt's got the 30 out. When are you gonna put a video out on the upgrades on that, Kurt?
I never did a video.
He's too
You
embarrassing.
need to. I want to see if it's worth it.
So is Keith. He wants to see if it's worth it too.
Yeah, the shocks and the wheels are good.
Did you say he's too embarrassed, Dwayne?
Yep, I did. Sorry.
Hey, Dwayne, my shit ain't bent.
I tell you what, though, I will say they're a lot more out of the box. They're a lot more fucking sturdy and put together than the 24s.
That's hard to believe, and they're smaller. I guess that they learned their lesson from the 24s, so they thought they could make the 30s
Fuck,
better.
they didn't learn any lesson with 24s. 24 is probably their biggest selling rig. Like, better than any 110s they ever released or anything.
The 30 might have passed their initial launch though.
Yeah.
That 30 sold fast.
It's still selling.
Yeah.
That's because it's
Still
an
out of
Axial.
stock.
It's the perfect price point. Like that's the thing too.
Yeah, at our work, I'm gonna get the job to actually buy 2 of them, and we're gonna have a barbecue, and I'm gonna make people play with them, and then at the end of the day, I'm gonna raffle them off or give it to the person that won. So
You better play with this now.
yeah,
Yeah. Or no burger for you.
That's
Oh,
right.
Right.
everybody that plays with it gets a ticket to win.
So you should just have a big rack. You should have a big rack of ribs on the barbecue and driving it over the ribs. And
Yeah, could do that.
Watch it melt.
barbecue with the
Put
flames.
barbecue sauce on the tires.
Yeah, with the flames coming up each side of the ribs. That'd be a cool video, actually. Yeah.
Drive
Things
it
start
through
to
the
melt.
barbecue sauce first, Tank.
And
Yeah.
it slips on the barbecue sauce.
I do want to give it away after. I don't want to do a roast with it.
You don't want to roast the 30.
Buy 3 of them then. Say one for messing over the food.
Person that can eat this brisket, you can have
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
I'll do a GoFundMe to roast the 30th scale.
Yeah. That would be a cool video though. The flames coming up each side of the ribs and the 130th driving over the ribs. Like, that'd be fucking cool.
And you start seeing the body melt and getting holes in it.
Battery blows up.
From the heat.
That's one
That
way
means
to
people can't eat the ribs.
waste a set of ribs. Yeah,
In a
Yeah.
car.
Oh, it's all
You'd be able to eat
plastic covered.
You'd be able to eat the ribs, so it's only the fucking rubber tires going over them. Once you flip them ribs, any fucking disease will be burnt off in 2 seconds.
No, it's the material you don't want to eat on the ribs.
There'll be no material on it. What are you fucking cooking at fucking 3,000 degrees or something? Jesus
We're
Christ,
talking about
you
melt. We're
don't
talking
even
about
a
melting
barbecue.
plastic.
It's only a fucking barbecue. Like, it's not, you're not driving on the sun.
Or the battery explodes from the heat.
It's like Kurt and Dennis are mirrored in concentration.
Nah.
Forgot to Chunky's birthday today. Wish him a happy birthday.
Junky's birthday?
Yeah. $47.
Damn, he's old.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Nice, nice. Okay. Man, this G11P is so easy to set up.
Is it? Yeah, a lot of guys that are comping with that thing now.
Man, it's nice radio. It's so easy to set up your AVC and your SVC stuff. Just simple. The gyro. Oh my God. Kicks the crap out of Spectrum gyro shit.
Wasn't Spectrum the first to come out for a gyro for a car?
I don't know. Maybe.
There's Radio Shack.
It is freaking dirty though. Holy crap.
Tank, are you using the RC8X much?
what do you mean RC8X?
The Radio Link, whichever the R8X
Oh yes.
or did you swap batteries in it?
Well, I'm using a LiPo. Yes.
Are you using the blue one that came with it, or are you using something bigger?
No, I'm using the one that came with it. And I did change it to something else, a thinner one.
I feel like it eats batteries kind of fast.
Not that bad.
Which one's that? The PlayStation controller one?
What are you talking about, PlayStation one?
The one, the radio
No,
link, the one that
not
looks
the
like a PlayStation
PlayStation.
controller.
He's talking
No.
about this one.
Oh, okay. Looks a lot like a Noble, doesn't it?
No, the Noble
Ew.
looks like this one. Yeah,
Okay.
1050.
2S?
yeah, 2S 1050.
Okay.
How many amps or C's, whatever you want to call it?
Doesn't really
see.
matter for a controller. You don't need the C's.
The
Not like,
D's.
it's not like your controller's going to be getting lots of punch. Like, you know?
Right.
Lots of punch. Oh, look, the scale that you see on the screen. Oh, it looks moving much faster.
D's, not the C's.
But I do take it out of the radio. I don't leave it in the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where I'm bad. I leave it in there.
Yeah. I don't think I ever take a battery out of a radio.
Or a truck.
Yeah. That's the fucking worst thing about them. Like them big Fly Sky remotes that I buy, the Palatine or whatever you call them. Like, the battery's all built in, so you just plug the fucking controller in the charge and everything. So I don't even know how many fucking charges the things are good for. It better be a lot, like, because that'd be a crazy controller to try and take apart to fucking change a battery in it.
I thought the Nobles had one that had one in the base and one in the top of it.
It's in the
I'm not
handle.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Josh.
No, I was just saying it does have two batteries on the Noble, but you're talking about the stick controller that has the big batteries built in.
Yeah, the PL18. Yeah. Because the one of them, it's weird though because I get the PL18 and the PL18 Elite, and the PL18 Elite won't charge with the the stand charger. So I have the other one. You just put on a stand like you have for your iPhone at the back of it, and it'll charge. But the fucking Elite won't. The Elite will only work if you plug a lead into it. It's fucking weird.
That's weird.
Yeah.
You'd think the Elite would definitely have that option.
Yeah, you think the Elite would be the one that would have that feature? Like,
Anyways, your construction vehicles only use sticks, joysticks and stuff.
well, depending, you can put it on a steering wheel if you want it.
But the steering wheels never have as much as those as far as channels are concerned.
Yeah.
Dennis can set up like 16 channels or 32 or whatever craziness on his.
Yep.
Yeah,
You
the
just got to
PL
be able to program an airplane.
30.
Yeah, the PL18 you can do 32 channels on it. Like, so.
Yeah, there's guys actually flying helicopters with the MT-12.
For a helicopter, be hard to fly with the turn wheel, no?
There's guys that are doing it because the firmware in it is actually developed for flight.
Yeah.
I put the link to the battery in the chat. It
just
is
be
the US Amazon.
I don't know if I would feel comfortable flying though, holding like the
Fit in? What's that
front
battery
back
fit in?
trigger and then a steering wheel to turn.
The radio link.
Oh.
It fits in any radio link.
Yeah,
Especially
what would
the
turn?
8-channel, it's thinner than the other one.
Steering
Right.
wheel will turn it and the throttle will make it go up and down.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It'd be weird to fly with a pistol grip, like just
Well, it
with
would make it
speed
go
weird.
forward, you know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tank.
For some odd
Oh.
reason, that store does not have the 2-pack. I got the 2-pack. But that one only has a 1. That's okay.
The G11P, 218-650s.
Yep.
And you can charge it right off the remote.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
you can just
plug the remote in, right?
yeah. That's what I do with the Noble. I just plug the bottom one in and tap the button so it charges the one in the handle while it's charging the bottom one.
Yeah, it automatically turns mine on. To charge
Yeah.
it. I got it charging right now.
He just has to look at it and it automatically turns it on.
Especially when he's got the long hair.
Oh, those
Yeah.
are the 18650s, huh?
That's for the G11P, yeah. Or you can do a LiPo.
I was gonna say, you can run a LiPo on that too.
I have one I was gonna try, but I had that 18650, so I just threw them in there.
That's the way my Radio Master is.
I have a car that runs off of 18650s if I want them to.
I wasn't talking.
No, you weren't. We don't listen to you anyways, Dennis.
We didn't hear you anyways.
Both of you, shut up.
What was that, Dennis? Were you talking?
Hey, Dennis, I think you're muted.
No.
He just looked. He definitely did the
Yeah.
I had to double check. Shut up.
Yeah.
Maybe look-
He's
maybe
like,
look-
what?
maybe
My
look."
Alzheimer's ain't that bad.
No, my MT12 runs on the 18650s or LiPo. Actually, the battery for the what is it, the RX6 Radio Master fits in the Radio Link fits in the Radio Master. That's what I'm doing it right now.
Pull the can on your end tighter, Dennis. That's what AZ Rider says.
Yes.
Thanks,
Like
man.
his can with a string. Where you used to talk to each other that way.
Whatever, Bill. At least my trucks fill the shelves.
Oh, if you guys ever thought about those e-bikes, like the bicycle with the batteries.
Yep.
They're going away from the ones like we have that have the battery on the outside that you can pop out of the bike and stuff. They were down to $123.
Wow.
Mine was $600.
Yeah, they were blowing up fucking houses in New York everywhere. The bikes were catching fire.
I think
Now
that's because you
What are
don't
they gonna do
you
in
don't take
term
care of the
then?
batteries. That's why they charge the batteries that leave them plugged in probably.
Sounds like the problem they were having with those boards.
What
Oh
board?
yeah, they were fucking blowing up everywhere too.
Yep.
That thing, yeah.
All them hoverboards or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always just charge mine out on the outside.
My neighbor has an very expensive electric bike. It does over 40 miles an hour, and he hasn't had a problem with it like that.
Are they gonna
Well,
do the
they're switching to
batteries
all where
inside
the
now, Josh?
yeah, like they're in the frame now, and you just
In the frame.
plug into the frame, so they're housed in metal. Say
So
it,
you'll
Sean.
have shrapnel instead of just a friggin' explosion. We'll have shrapnel now.
My son is looking at one, but the one that goes fast, and like it's $5,000 for the stupid bike. And
Mine
You
with
might as
me
well
on it
buy.
on the GN. Hold on, Brad. Me on it with the GNSS. It did 27 mile an hour.
Yeah, that's pretty fast.
You might as well buy those ones that Harley Davidson, but they changed the name of it. And those do only 99 miles an hour. I'm like, you couldn't get 1 more mile an hour out of it?
cool
talking-
lazy. Cool lazy. Sorry.
I'm talking about like a motorcycle that's electric.
Yes, Brad. I know which one you're talking about. the
three-wheeler.
Lightning or whatever they called it.
Yeah, but they're made by Harley Davidson.
Yes.
They have high torque for the number of horsepower it has.
We torque.
Hey Z, you're gonna have to do an update video on Instagram. I
Yeah.
don't know if I saw that you had 4 on there. The last one I saw when you showed it was all the minis that you were working on.
Right.
I
Yeah,
think
I
of a
want.
three-wheeler.
This is what my son's looking at.
That's an electric bike.
Yeah, it's like a motorcycle. I could see why that goes fast.
Yeah, but you
Up
wouldn't
to
get
200
trouble driving
kilometer
that
range.
down the road, Frank? You need a license for that?
Nope.
No, you don't need a license here either for it. You can buy them in the mall. But by me, there's a store in the mall that sells them.
You friggin' pulled over.
Pull over. All right, New Yorker.
That's over
Pull
100
over.
miles an hour, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it?
No, that's
That's
the
how
range.
far
Oh, the
it
range.
goes.
I'm sorry. The range is at 200 kilometers. That's a long range for
125
that bike.
miles. Yep.
My friend said, my neighbor says that he can get over 40 miles on a charge or something like that.
I like to get one of them three-wheelers.
Trying to see how fast it goes.
It'd be cheaper to buy a real motorcycle, Frank. That's what Tony says.
Yes, but the problem is you need a license for that and insurance.
Insurance.
This one you don't need insurance.
Which I don't understand, but
Right, Kurt?
yeah.
So that one is 32 kilometers an hour, which is probably 25 miles an hour, 25, probably 20, 25.
That bike should be faster because of the way it looks.
Oh, it is because it's regulated. So when you buy it, it's regulated by e-bike regulation, but there is hacks to actually unlock it. And then you can go way faster. But you're not allowed. But people do.
Then you can get.
They have governors
Yeah,
on a lot of German cars, and if you want to pay more money, they'll unlock the governor.
All right, governor.
But 32 kilometers an hour would be fast enough for him to go to school with.
What is that, about 32
Yeah.
miles an hour?
That's about 25 miles an hour.
Yeah, it should be fast enough.
Yeah.
Wow.
E-bikes have become
This is-
very popular. I see them everywhere now.
This is the one.
That's the one you got, Josh?
It's $180.
$180. Wow.
Wow.
55 mile an hour range, 7-speed commuter e-bike, 28 miles an hour, 48 volts. Would be cool if you could just hook up one of the RC batteries to it.
Why? That one's
Kill me,
faster.
man.
It's more
Gonna say,
voltage.
why?
That's the battery right there. Now all the new ones have this battery like in the frame.
See,
Is there a way to open it? Do you have to change it eventually?
I'm sure you do, but mine's been fine for almost a year.
Do you bring that to the comps or not to your outings?
I don't take it to the comps, but like when we were up in Michigan at the sand dunes, I rode it all the way to the dunes.
Cool.
And it's funny, there was a bunch of guys there partying. They're like, do a burnout. I'm like, I'm 300 pounds on an e-bike. I ain't doing no burnouts, dude.
Yeah, e-bikes, like I said, I see them everywhere now.
They work good. Like at my house, I can ride it around the yard or whatever. I ride it like I'll throw a comp truck in the basket because I put a basket on the back and I ride out to the course.
You got a basket on it?
Oh yeah, in the back. It's sweet. I could put Toto or a comp truck in it.
But it can't run through the sands and the sand dunes of Michigan.
No, I'm not going to take it out on the dunes, Brad. I rode it
Come on.
to the parking lot of the dunes.
Okay.
Did you see the tire size of those? What's
Paddle
going to
tires
happen in
on
the
it,
sand?
done.
Like,
You'd have to get you'd have to get the tires they put on motocross
Yeah.
bikes.
I'm going to put a paddle on it. I'm going to take it out there and see what it does.
Did they make paddles for it?
No, but you're the one suggesting the sand dunes, Brad.
You
Yeah.
Yeah.
design a paddle.
But they also make bikes, electric bikes that are two-wheel drive. The front runs and the rear, of course.
All right, guys, I'll be back in a little while.
All right.
Don't threaten
Sounds
us.
good.
Don't
Yeah, I
threaten.
know, yeah.
Yeah, a couple
And-
hours ago, that bike was $123. So
Oh,
I
yeah?
think they're just blowing out whatever stock they have because they're all.
Well, they got that other one in there for a
They
lot more.
they don't want
Right.
to ship it. They don't want to ship it in Canada. They said this bike is not available for you.
Besides the blue one, fucking more money.
Yeah, and earlier, if you look at the other colors, all the other colors are gone. My dad ordered 2 black ones.
Oh, yeah.
The black one is now $299 and it was $145 earlier.
Does your father actually run RCs with you sometimes?
He doesn't much though. He's all into the side by sides. Like he's setting up an overland setup for his 4-seater. And he's driving to Utah in like a month to get the rack that will put his 4-seater above his truck cab because he has a 5th wheel that he camps in.
Yeah.
And the garage is only 10 foot. So this company in Utah called like Rack Systems or something like that. They have a winch that you install I think it's like the 10,000-pound winch you put on it, and it has like a 14-foot ramp that breaks down into 2 7-foot sections for each side, so 4 ramps. And you winch it up onto the top of your truck, pull the ramps off, stow them away, and now you got a 1,500-pound buggy above your head.
And how do you take it off?
You can winch it back down, or just the going up is the scary part. Down is not.
I mean, when you're at the,
You can winch them back
Site.
down, Keith. You
Winch
just
them
would
back
put
down.
out on the winch instead of in.
uh,
You can control the descent with a winch. You would just get the front end where it's starting down the ramp and then hit out, and it would just slowly roll down.
roll down the back of the truck.
The front, it goes over the
Oh,
front.
front, it goes over the front. Wow.
Yep. Have you looked at those, Dwayne?
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They're all over cap.
He was trying to find one specifically for the front, because they had all the ones that went over the bed where you could put one in your bed and then one above it.
Yeah.
But with his 5th wheel, he really wanted one for the front, and he finally found one he liked.
That is cool.
And he's retired now. It's just him and the dog. So he's like, I called that company and they told me how much. I'm like, cool. He's like, will you install it? They're like, you're in Ohio. He's like, I'll drive out there. And they're like, yeah, we'll install it. He goes, we'll install it for the price of it because it'd just be cool to have the pictures and stuff for your setup. He's like, all right, is there any campgrounds around? They're like, just stay on our lot, dude. We got a giant lot. So they're gonna let him stay there.
Nice.
So he's gonna travel across the country with the dog, and while he's out there in Utah, he's gonna bring the little razor because he has a 900 trail as well, and he's gonna buzz it around out there.
So you
Look
go
how
on
neat.
Moab.
Look how neat
I
this
don't-
one looks like.
As an electric too? Yeah.
That looks like one from the 1930s.
I know, but I like it.
Yeah, that one looks pretty cool.
Has a leather seat too.
Your back's gonna get really tired bending over those handlebars. Though.
Oh, shit.
Having ridden crotch rockets and Harleys. Kurt, what Harley did you have, Kurt?
I had a Road King.
Road
Yeah, I
King?
thought that was a cafe bike. I like the silver one, the gunmetal.
Brad's watching the TV.
Hmm.
I had the Street Glide.
I had the Street Glide also at one time. Or was it the Road Glide? I can't
One of
remember.
them, the fairing moves, and one of them, it doesn't. My fairing moved.
Mine looked like a chopper.
Yeah.
Choppa.
Chopper.
I had the ZX12 Ninja, and it
Uh-huh.
wasn't too bad leaning over, but you'd ride like an hour and a half and your butt and back was sore.
That's a doozy, eh?
You can straighten that right out.
Nice. Put it in the vise.
Yeah. Yeah,
A
that's,
hammer. It'll get you through till you get a new one.
it's on order. It'll be here Sunday.
Hey, Josh, what do you think of the Ducatis?
And that's the last bike I had. Road Glide is fixed fairing. Okay, thanks, Tony. I had the Diavel Dark. That was all the matte colors.
I had-
Nice, Bill. I never put that many miles on my bike. I just didn't like having rode the Rocker C and the Ninja. I didn't like how heavy that glide felt at low speeds. I didn't like it.
Did you like the Ducati, the way it drove?
Oh, I loved my Ducati. I just saw too many people get killed on motorcycles with my job.
Ducatis are fast bikes as well, but they make them more to handle well.
Yeah, the Ducati was cool because I could reach down on the side and adjust the shock settings. So that was kind of cool. Like if you're wanting to get on it and stuff, you can tighten that shock up so it didn't stand up so hard. Or if you're wanting to be comfortable, you can turn the shock down.
Oh yeah, I've seen adjustable rear shocks on bikes.
Yeah, my Ducati, that's what it was.
Yeah.
In the Diavel. And then it had 3 modes you could cycle through. You had they called it valet, so it was only like 100 horse. Then you had sport, which was 168 horse, but it brought the power in a lot later, so it was lazy until like 3,500, $4,000. And then it had race where it just brought everything in. I only had it in race probably 2 times, and both times about 12 o'clock the bike.
The bikes now, you can have traction control, ABS brakes, so many things like you can on a car on a bike now.
I think all the new Harleys, if I'm not mistaken, have ABS on them.
Yep.
No, that
They
Ducati
have
was
traction
cool.
control systems on them too.
That Ducati was cool. I was like, I don't want to be out on bikes. Chunky just bought a Busa.
You know, they also
Hayabusa? Damn.
Yeah,
They-
Hayabusa.
they also had different settings for how the bike drives too, just electronically.
That's what I just talked about.
Oh. There was like a rain mode and all that type of stuff.
I just explained all that with the Ducati. It didn't
Oh,
have rain
that didn't
mode,
sound
but
like that was it, what you were doing on it. That you didn't sound like that to me. I'm sorry.
Sorry, it's not funny.
Had a rain.
no,
mode.
it is.
So was he going through an early midlife crisis?
I don't know if it was more him or his wife, because she used to like to ride too. So I know they both liked the Busa. They were comfortable on it. Chunky's Busa got a little excessive with the mods he did on it.
I heard some of the new street bikes can have over 200 horsepower.
They do. Yeah, the rideability of Chunky's Busa the last time I rode it, which I was one of the last people to ride it before it got stolen.
Oops. Damn.
It was like an on-off switch. You'd roll into the throttle and all of a sudden it was lighting tires up or just going.
Did he lengthen the wheelbase?
Yeah. When I had my Ninja and he had his Busa, we both lengthened them, dropped them, changed sprockets, tunes, exhaust. But then he started going into velocity stacks, airbox mods, and nitrous. So
I never seen many turbos or superchargers on a bike.
the new Kawasaki R2, I think is what it's called. It's supercharged from the factory.
They've always had fuel injection for a long time.
Yeah.
Well, the was second year Hayabusa, they had the turbos on those.
You could get turbo kits. They didn't come with turbos. They were always that 1300.
Just a stupid mod to put on that bike.
Oh yeah. I mean, you just make them 250, 300 horse. And they were stupid. So, it is midnight. I am going to shut the live stream down.
All right.
Thanks everyone for coming in. Tony, Bill, Jake, Rooster, Kev, Sean was in there. We won, Max Paul, Richard, Queenie. Am I missing anyone else? Javi was here, obviously. Jake, yeah. Again, since you're really worried about Jake, Rooster. So thanks everybody for coming. Keith, you good for tomorrow?
Yep.
Keith will be tomorrow, then Kurt on Sunday. Kurt, you got a comp this weekend?
Tomorrow,
Tomorrow, sweet. Cool.
last one.
Nice, Bill. Thanks everybody, and we'll see you on the next one.
Hey, chat.